Africa, a continent endowed with immense natural wealth. From the gold mines of Ghana to the oil fields of Nigeria, from the diamond reserves of Botswana to the fertile lands of Ethiopia, Africa holds some of the richest natural resources on Earth. It is home to over 30% of the world's mineral reserves, 12% of its oil, and 8% of its natural gas. Yet, paradoxically, many of its people live in poverty, with limited access to basic services, education, and health care. Why does a land so rich yield so little for its inhabitants? What systemic issues, colonial legacies, corruption, foreign exploitation, political instability, and weak governance have hindered inclusive growth? And, more importantly, what are the pathways to reversing this trend? This documentary delves into the challenges and opportunities that lie within Africa's natural resources. We investigate the historical exploitation of Africa's wealth, the current dynamics of global trade and foreign interests, and how mismanagement and external pressures have often turned abundance into a curse. But amidst the struggle, there is hope. We explore how visionary leadership, Pan-African unity, strategic investment, and community empowerment can transform this wealth into sustainable prosperity for future generations. Our journey takes a closer look at Burkina Faso under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a young military leader who came to power with a promise to break away from neo-colonial influence and take back control of the country's natural wealth for its people. Traoré's bold stance on sovereignty and resource nationalism has stirred global debates and inspired many across the continent. We also turn to Botswana, often hailed as one of Africa's success stories. Under the leadership of President Mokgweetsi Masisi, Botswana has demonstrated how political stability, good governance, and responsible management of its diamond industry can lead to consistent economic growth and social development. Botswana's model offers critical lessons on how transparency and long-term planning can unlock the full potential of natural resources. This is the story of Africa's awakening, a struggle not just for resources but for dignity, equity, and self-determination. Can Africa reclaim its riches for the benefit of its people? Can new generations of leaders turn the tide? Join us on this powerful journey of truth, struggle, and hope. Africa Rising: The Stories of Burkina Faso and Botswana. Across the vast lands of Africa, winds of change are blowing, not whispers of despair, but voices of hope, courage, and transformation. Let us turn our eyes to Burkina Faso, a nation long challenged, yet now rising with bold defiance and new vision. In 2022, a young leader stepped onto the world stage, President Ibrahim Traoré, with fire in his heart and purpose in his stride. He did not come to continue the old ways. He came to reclaim Burkina Faso's destiny. And what did he say? Our gold does not benefit the people. It's time it does. No longer would the wealth of the land serve only the few or the foreign. Under his leadership, foreign control is being rolled back, contracts are being rewritten, and Burkina Faso is standing tall, asserting its right to prosper from its own resources. But this revolution isn't just in policy, it is in the hands of the people. Young people, once sidelined, are now at the center of national transformation. Youthful ministers, listening tours, a government that hears, sees, and believes in its future leaders. And it doesn't stop there. In 2023, the vision expanded. A national gold refinery is being built, not to ship raw gold away, but to refine it at home, create jobs, grow industries, and retain value on Burkinabe soil. Security, too, is being reclaimed, not only by soldiers but by the brave hands of local volunteers, guardians of their communities, standing strong against terror and reclaiming land. Village by village, and in a powerful act of unity, Burkina Faso has joined hands with Mali and Niger, forging a new alliance, the Alliance of Sahel States, aimed at regional strength, economic independence, and Pan-African cooperation. This, my friends, is not just resistance, it is rebirth. Now let us journey south to a land where success has long been quietly nurtured, Botswana, a model of discipline, democracy, and dignity. Here lies a story the world should never forget. In the 1970s, Botswana struck a bold deal to manage its diamonds, not in London, not in Paris, but from home. And in 2023, it renegotiated that deal again, securing greater national control over its most precious resource. Today, diamonds in Botswana build hospitals, educate children, and empower the future. The Pula Sovereign Wealth Fund ensures the wealth of today fuels the generations of tomorrow, and while the world sees instability, Botswana shows what is possible with democratic strength and rule of law. Since independence in 1966, it has had peaceful transitions, strong institutions, and one of the lowest corruption rates in Africa. But Botswana is not resting on diamonds alone. It is investing in tourism, finance, and agriculture. The Okavango Delta, a jewel of nature, now powers a growing eco-tourism industry, bringing income and conserving nature in one harmonious rhythm. And in health, Botswana has become a leader. Universal access to antiretroviral therapy has turned the tide against HIV/AIDS, while massive investments in education are creating a knowledge-powered economy. And in a brilliant move of national pride, Botswana brought the De Beers Diamond Sorting Center from London to Gaborone, creating jobs, attracting investors, and making Botswana a true global diamond hub. Once devastated by the horrors of genocide, Rwanda has become a living testimony that a nation can rise again, stronger, united, and determined to shape its future. Under the bold leadership of President Paul Kagame, Rwanda chose the path of good governance and zero tolerance for corruption. The result? One of the cleanest, safest, and most efficient countries in all of Africa. Kigali, the capital, shines, not just in lights, but in order, discipline, and pride. A plastic bag ban, citizen-led cleanup days, and visionary urban planning have transformed Rwanda into an African gem. But Rwanda did not stop at appearances. It dreamed bigger. Through Digital Vision 2020, Rwanda planted seeds of innovation, building fiber optic infrastructure, nurturing coding schools, and launching the Kigali Innovation City, all to create an African Silicon Valley. Health? Rwanda made it a right. Over 90% of Rwandans now have access to basic health care, proving that public service is not a dream. It's a duty, and in a continent where women often fight for a seat at the table, Rwanda broke all barriers. Over 60% of its parliamentarians are women, the highest percentage in the world. Rwanda is not perfect, but it is purposeful. It teaches us, no nation is too broken to be rebuilt. No people are too lost to be found. Far in the Indian Ocean, Mauritius. The island of excellence tells another African story, one not of recovery but of consistency, wisdom, and vision. A small island, yes, but a giant in governance. Mauritius is proof that political stability and strong institutions are the foundation of national progress. Since its independence, this nation has enjoyed peaceful transitions of power, low corruption, and a united people. Once reliant on sugar, Mauritius didn't rest. It diversified. Today, its economy thrives in tourism, banking, technology, and clean energy. And how did it get there? Through education. Free access from primary to tertiary levels built one of Africa's most skilled workforces. It is now Africa's top-ranked country in ease of doing business. Investors trust it. Its people believe in it. The future is secure because the present is prepared. These are the stories the world must hear. Burkina Faso, a land reclaiming its voice, its resources, and its pride. Botswana, a nation proving that good governance, justice, and vision can turn diamonds into development. Rwanda and Mauritius are not exceptions. They are examples. Examples of what happens when vision replaces corruption, when leaders serve rather than steal, when youth are empowered, and when nations put people before politics. Let these stories remind us Africa is not waiting to be saved. Africa is rising to lead. Africa is writing its own success story, and you, wherever you are in the world, are invited to witness, to celebrate, and to believe. In the power of people, in the promise of leadership, in the prosperity that lies within Africa's soul. Africa has what it takes. The time has come to believe it. Let us invest in our people, protect our resources, build our roads, educate our youth, connect our cities with internet and hope, and say no to corruption, division, and foreign dependency. Let us dream African, build African, and rise African, together. The journey has begun, and the best is yet to come. Africa, a continent flowing with gold, oil, diamonds, and sunlight, a land blessed with fertile soil, mighty rivers, and brilliant mines, and yet millions walk on wealth but live in poverty. Why? Because for too long, others have written our story. But no more. Africa holds 30% of the world's mineral reserves. But who benefits? Let's take a quick journey across key countries. Nigeria, rich in oil and gas, yet it imports fuel. Why? Corruption, pollution, and dependency on foreign refineries. Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. The world needs cobalt for batteries, but Congo's mines are controlled by armed groups and foreign companies. Children work in dangerous conditions. South Africa. It has gold, coal, platinum, but wealth is still divided. Millions remain unemployed. Ghana, famous for gold and cocoa, yet most cocoa is exported raw. Where are the chocolate factories? Angola, after civil war, oil and diamonds flow, but many still live in poverty. Botswana, a beacon of hope. It managed its diamond wealth well, investing in education and health. Zambia, copper flows out. But after failed nationalizations, debt piled up. Namibia, a quiet success. With uranium and diamonds, it focuses on conservation and community benefit. Tanzania, an emerging economy with gold and rare earth minerals. It's building skills and refining contracts. Ethiopia, Kenya, agricultural powerhouses with geothermal potential, but roads, power, and water remain challenges. Mozambique, natural gas discoveries bring hope and threats. Insurgency is rising. Sudan and South Sudan. Oil could bring prosperity, but wars and pipeline politics keep them stuck. Africa is not poor. It's poorly managed. It is time for African leaders to rise, to reclaim what is ours, to build what we need, and to serve who matter most. The people. We are not victims. We are visionaries. We are not waiting. We are building. Africa must own its diamonds, its oil, its gold, its cobalt. No more contracts that rob us. No more wealth that leaves without transforming lives. We must mine, refine, and trade on our terms, so that our children don't inherit debt, but dignity. Our gold must benefit our people. Ibrahim Traoré. From Lagos to Lusaka. From Dakar to Durban. We must connect Africa with roads, railways, clean energy, and digital power. Let no farmer be isolated. Let no school lack electricity. Let every village have clean water. If we could build pyramids thousands of years ago, we can build smart cities today. Africa doesn't need more memorization. It needs innovation. Teach our children how to code, farm, build, lead, and dream. Teach them their true history, of greatness, of resistance, of power. Education must be free, modern, and African. Why do we import food when we have the richest soil on earth? Let's empower youth and women to become agri-millionaires. Let's export not just cocoa, but chocolate. Not just maize, but value. Africa must be the breadbasket of the world. The next economy is digital. The next battlefield is cyber. We must not be left behind. Give every child internet. Support every coder, creator, and innovator. Build African tech giants, run by Africans for Africans. Let the world use our software too. A rich continent must not have thirsty children. A land of wealth must not have sick mothers. We must invest in hospitals, homes, and health. Development is not just GDP, it is dignity. Our soldiers must protect, not oppress. They must serve, not seize. We must build strong, disciplined militaries, loyal to the people, and manufacture our own defense systems. Africa must never depend on foreign troops to secure African lives. Debt is the new colonialism. Every dollar we borrow costs a future we could build. Audit corrupt loans. Invest in our own potential. Create sovereign wealth, not foreign dependency. We are not beggars. We are builders. Enough of wars, enough of division. Africa must stand as one. Trade together, defend together, innovate together. Let ECOWAS, SADC, EAC become engines of progress. Let Pan-Africanism rise, not as a dream, but as a destiny. Corruption kills more than disease. It steals futures. It breeds despair. It's time for clean hands in high places, for leadership with integrity, for governments that serve, not steal, Africa. Our future is not across the ocean. It is here, in our soil, our skies, our spirit. To every leader, serve with courage. To every youth, rise with purpose. To every citizen, speak up, stand tall, build together. We are not waiting for a savior. Africa is the savior we've been waiting for, and the time is now. Like this video to help spread the message. Subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking stories, powerful truths, and inspiring leadership from across the continent. And don't forget to comment below. We want to hear your thoughts, your voice, and your vision for Africa's future. Thank you for watching.